with the Telegraph, and Keir Starmer is taking the opposite approach to Rishi on illegal immigrants. Instead of sending them to Rwanda, he's giving them amnesty, Steve.
Yes, apart from that's the total opposite of what's happening. But let's not let a headline ruin a great story. So
well, in fairness, like Rishi says he's going to send them to Rwanda, and none of them go to Rwanda. So I should imagine Keir Starmer says he's going to give them amnesty, and none of them will get it.
Good news. So Labour to consider Rwanda migrants for asylum within weeks of taking power, and it says in the Telegraph, worth remembering, that the Tory party accused them of introducing amnesty. Here's what's happening, right? That Labour, they don't like the Rwanda plan.
Yeah.
The bill that gives you the actual Rwanda plan means that you can't then process these people as asylum seekers, but there's a clause in it, Section 30 means, and that's the section that gives us the power over our asylum policy, then means that you can process them. They've got a plan to fast-track the ones that are more likely to be a no, straight into a no, to get them sent home. So what you've got is a situation where a democratically elected Labour government could be using a Tory law to speed up sending people home.
Yeah.
They've rebranded it as amnesty for some reason, but just for balance, the great thing about this is Labour's pushback is to say, well, the Rwanda plan means these people, if the flights never take off, are forced to stay here indefinitely. You're offering them amnesty. So they're both accusing each other of amnesty, both being wrong. Welcome to modern day politics.
I mean, that's a surprisingly in-depth and on-the-nose analysis there.
I do apologize.
Yeah, that's not what we're used to on this show.
Well, I'll put a poke in it, whatever. They're lying.
Oh,
I can tell they're lying because they're politicians and they want to get elected.
But Lewis, don't you think that, in all seriousness, Keir Starmer knows he's got to get a handle on this issue, and especially with the rest of Europe turning to the right, becoming anti-immigrant, and probably becoming a more hostile environment for illegal immigrants, they're going to be looking to come to the UK, just as immigrants look to go to Ireland when we introduced the Rwanda scheme that never actually really happened. So don't you think he's going to have to, start sending people, doing some sort of remigration?
He doesn't have to. We can let the people come in and stay. It's very good. They want people to come in. So I don't think they're going to.
But I think we want people to come in if they can abide by British values. And one of those values is being able to form an orderly queue. And if you're jumping that queue, that's not British.
What is going to happen is, let me tell you what's going to happen is they're going to continue to let millions of people into the country until the country is completely swamped and it's totally taken over by Team World. And then once it's taken over by Team World, then it's going to be taken over by Team Muslim. And then that's the end of the country. It's nice knowing you, England. You were amazing.
I mean, you seem to have elaborated and extrapolated on that.
Because he's saying, what Steve is saying is they're going to come in and they're going to be evaluated here. And some of the ones who are evaluated we don't like are going to be kicked out. How many are going to be kicked out? 5%, 10%, 20%? That means 80% are going to stay.
You're doing that lovely thing of I'm asking a question and I don't know the answer, so my guess must be true.
Yeah, right, exactly. I don't want to hear your answer. The point is...
But I mean, I guess recent history has shown us that Lewis's guess is correct. People are allowed to come in and basically everybody gets to stay. I mean, even people who, do horrific things. Yeah. We even give the Hamas chiefs council houses. It's insanity.
Yeah, and just as a reminder, the last 14 years, the people who are now making the argument all about, we're going to be tough on migration. Well, you should have been tough for 14 years. Tell you what, we'll let you ignore the first 4 because that was coalition territory. But since then, you really should have stepped up.
That's a bit